Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So I think it goes without saying that Windows 11 has been through plenty of bugs since its launch. And although Microsoft has steadily been improving Windows 11, I think that driver-related problems remain a major source of instability. And this can range from graphics drivers to audio and peripheral software. And as you may well know, a poorly behaved driver can turn a normal Windows session into crashes, performance problems, freezes, and even in some cases, a blue screen of death. Now, as you may well know, drivers sit between Windows and the hardware inside your PC. So basically, they are essential for everything from graphics cards and Wi-Fi adapters to printers, so on and so forth. Now, in regards to driver stability, I think with Windows 10 being an older platform now, it's had years of hardware support, driver development and testing, and compatibility fixes have helped create a relatively predictable environment. So hardware manufacturers on Windows 10 have also had more time to refine their drivers for the platform. Now, this doesn't mean that Windows 10 is completely free of driver problems. It simply tells us and highlights an important point that software maturity matters. And my reason for comparing Windows 10 and Windows 11 is that Windows 11 introduced a new hardware and software environment, and the transition in regards to those hasn't always been smooth for every PC. Read the purpose of today's video. Now, Microsoft doesn't control every driver installed on a Windows PC. You've got graphics manufacturers, motherboard makers, other accessory companies, audio companies, network companies, and other hardware manufacturers who all contribute drivers to the Windows ecosystem. Which basically means at the end of the day, a driver may work perfectly on one configuration, but cause instability on another. And a Windows update, as you may well know if you've viewed this channel for some time, can also expose compatibility problems that weren't obvious before, which makes driver troubleshooting particularly frustrating, I think, for your average home user and your ordinary users of the Windows operating system and Windows 11 more in particular. Now, Microsoft has already introduced mechanisms for distributing and managing drivers through Windows Update. As you may well know, you do get driver updates through Windows Update. But I think the continuing stream of driver-related problems does suggest that more work can be done in this department. I think better compatibility testing would be one obvious area to improve. And Microsoft could also provide clearer information when a driver is known to cause problems. So instead of allowing problematic updates to reach large numbers of PCs, stronger compatibility checks could help identify hardware and driver combinations that are likely to fail, especially after a new update has been applied. And I think for users, the process should also be more transparent. So if Windows knows that a particular driver is causing instability, then I think people should be able to understand what's happening and what they can do about it without digging through technical forums and also having to come to channels like my channel to find out about problems regarding drivers and Windows updates and so on. Now, Microsoft has been adding new features to Windows 11 at a steady pace over the last couple of years. But I think new features don't mean much if an update leaves a PC unstable. And I think for many Windows users, the most important improvement isn't another redesign or AI feature. I think it's simply knowing that installing the latest update won't break your PC. Now, with all that out of the way, Windows is a huge hardware ecosystem. So I think eliminating every driver-related issue is an unrealistic outcome. But Microsoft can make the experience considerably better by improving driver validation and coordinating more closely with hardware manufacturers and giving you better tools for identifying problematic drivers. So at the end of the day, I think a modern operating system needs to be capable of both. offering new features and improvements while maintaining the reliability that I think users expect from their everyday PC. So those are just some of my thoughts. That Windows 11 driver problems are becoming a bigger headache, I think, for users. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd be interested to hear. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.